morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 16th, 2017. So on my morning commute here, driving to work. A little quick update for the day. Did manage to wake up early this morning. Got my workout in. I did my 300 push-ups, and then I ran 3 miles. So over the course of the weekend, I ran 3.107, I think it is, 5K, and then I ran that again on Sunday. And then yesterday I played pickleball with some of my former coworkers over at the gym. And pickleball, never really got into it in high school. I thought it was kind of silly, but it's actually very strategic, and I like it. It's not as quick paced as tennis is. Tennis is a tough sport, but pickleball itself is a little easier to handle because of the fact it's a little more slowed down. I guess you can sort of call it the softball version of tennis. Usually we play with a larger wiffle ball, but it's a little easier to manage and react to instead of tennis. Tennis is much too quick. And in fact, I don't think I've ever played it before, but just from watching it, it seems much more of a fast-paced, challenging sport than pickleball is. And pickleball, it's more of just a recreational thing. I enjoy having fun, playing with the guys, talking a little smack, and win, lose, or draw. It's a good little workout. It's fun to play, and I'm actually pretty good at it. So, it's something that I actually enjoy doing. You enjoy doing things that you're good at. But to be honest with you, I actually enjoy things that I'm not good at as well. I like to challenge myself, just simply for the fact that, I know what my strengths are and I know what my weaknesses are, but there are some things that I just enjoy doing that challenge myself, like organizing and prioritizing and making lists and things like that. I've never been really good at that, but I've gotten better at it over the years. So that's that. Like I said, I ran 3 miles this morning. I'm heading into work today. It's too wet outside. I don't think I'm going to be able to run outside today unless there's a clearing. All I need is 20 minutes and that should be good. But I'm going to plan on working out indoors today. And other than that, though, one of the things that I do see a lot of, and it's a common trait where I work, and this is not a jab at my job or the people I work with or the community that I work with at all. It's just the atmosphere of the area in which I work, and that is just that there's just a lot of negativity, and it's one of the things that I constantly combat every single day. It's we hear. Every single day we celebrate sobriety. We try to find reasons to celebrate each day, to not take it for granted, to go out there and just take it by the horns, and to feel good about how far you've progressed, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's sad when you see somebody who relapses, or they prided themselves so much on how much they've improved and how far they've gone in towards their recovery and bettering in the stages of bettering themselves, and how just their lack of self-confidence and their will breaks, and they give in to old temptations. And the thing is, one of the toughest things that I didn't know this until I actually started talking to a lot of people was the fact that it's all about the environment in which you live in. I'm a huge advocate of assessing and going over your circle of 5. Who are the 5 people that are in your life that you're closest to, that you spend the most time with, that you tell your innermost secrets to, that if you have an idea about where you want your career to go, do you talk to them? And the 5 people that are closest in your life, if you write them down and you think about, where they are in their life. Are they positive? Are they negative? Are they employed? Are they unemployed? Are they, if somebody is going to college or going to school, do they encourage them, or do they sort of say, why you want to do something stupid like that? Or do they, do they hold themselves to a higher standard? Do they practice what they preach? And the thing is, when you assess the circle of 5 that you write down, you're the average of those. And if you're hanging around, people that, if you're dealing with addiction, you're surrounded by a bunch of addicts, it's like a boat in the middle of the ocean surrounded by sharks. And it's difficult. And, it's and you sort of seeing how people's environments affect them and what they can do to their morale and their self-confidence. And it just, I think that where you live, the place you lay your head down to sleep every single night, and the people you surround yourself with is a huge reflection about who you are. And unfortunately, I think on the reservation, there's a lot of negativity, a lot of just people who are afraid to cut people out of their lives or to cut back on the people in their lives, and to branch out, meet new people, make new friends, to remove themselves from those kind of situations and that environment. And they just stay in that perpetual cycle of negativity and unemployment and, addiction and drug abuse, substance abuse, and just a very stagnant lifestyle. And it's hard to change. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying that it's extremely difficult to do that when you're surrounded and inundated by those kind of people every single day. And so I never really factored in how important environment was, but particularly here, it's an extremely strong factor in, the success of an individual. If someone can hold a job down and get their own place, become financially independent, and get their own apartment, their own house, and then create the rules, because I can't teach them how to cook healthy meals if they go to the store and they buy groceries and they come home and they put them in the fridge and someone else eats all their food, because whoever the homeowner is lets whoever they want into the house at any time of the night, and they eat their food. There's no rules, there's no structure. And so when you become financially independent and you have your own place, you know who's going in your fridge most likely. And the thing is, if it's your house, people are not, most of the time, they're not going to eat the stuff out of the fridge because it's not theirs. So there's a lot of a lack of independence and financial independence, and just the ability to separate themselves from friends and family and cousins, aunties, uncles, and grandmas and grandpas that they live with and that they've lived with for their entire life, and getting their own place and creating their own rules because it's just out of their comfort zone. And then you start seeing the relapse, and you start seeing the negativity and the fire go out, and that the spark in their eye starts to grow dimmer and dimmer. And it's unfortunate, but it's part of the game. And surrounded with negativity all the time, and you just have to keep pushing the torch, carrying the torch, and pushing forward, and not letting the things that you cannot control, not let them bother you and bug you. You have to, what you can control, do it. And then, what you can, what you try to change and try to, if you think that it's going to have an adverse effect on certain people, you have to use a lot of tact. There's a lot of political play that comes in to where I work. And so, if you want to change something, you have to make sure that it doesn't, offend anyone, no one feels threatened. And then, because just the slightest wrong move, and someone says the wrong thing to the wrong person, or takes what you did and manipulates it in a certain way, and they tell someone or a certain someone, you're gone. And it's the unfortunate atmosphere in which I work, but I've been here for a while, and so I know how to play it. I know how to play the game, and at the same time, people know who I am, what I'm about, and how much I care. And I think that has carried me this far, and it's going to carry me even farther. So I'm not worried about it. But it's just one of the things that I constantly deal with on a daily basis, the negativity, having all these, this hope and belief in someone, and seeing how far they come in their life, and then to see them just throw it all away because, they're surrounded with negative people and, you know, the people that are in their life that have been causing them all these problems their entire life, and they just continue to surround themselves with those people because they're related to them and they feel obligated. So it's unfortunate, but it's just, like I said, it's part of the game. It's part of the thing that you do. And you know, I don't let it set me back at all. I don't let it, you know, drag me down. I just, like I say, I keep that torch lit and I keep pushing forward. So anyway, still keeping up with the 300 push-ups for 30 days. I'm going to be working out indoors today, most likely, depending on the weather. I don't see it clearing up today at all. But if it does, I will run outside and get some more miles in. Other than that, though, hope you have a great Tuesday. And again, comment, subscribe, like, share, discuss. You know, if you guys get questions, if I get a large group of questions, I'd be more than happy to sit down and discuss and go over each one of them with you guys. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you the next time. Thank you.